Middle-aged men who are re-entering dating, for the most part, are afraid of that they're not going to perform up to a standard that they believe they're supposed to. And frequently, unfortunately, because in divorce, people say some very, very mean things. So I had one gentleman who came to see me earlier in the week, and he reminded me of another fellow I'd seen a couple of years ago. And both these guys had a similar problem, which basically their wives' parting shot to them was, and I want you to know you were the worst I ever had in bed in my whole life. Well, for both these guys, I mean, that was devastating. One man had an erection problem, the other man had suffered from rapid ejaculation. So in this particular case, there was some degree of sexual dysfunction, so their concern was legitimate. Their huge amount of anxiety about it was an overreaction to their fear because of what their experience had been. So in the case from a couple of years ago, with that gentleman, we did use a PDE5, which is the class of medications, Viagra, Levitra, Cialis. And we put him on it temporarily and had him self-stimulate when he used the medication and self-stimulate with a condom. Why? Because he needs to practice safe sex. And he hadn't used a condom in 20 years. And he was nervous about that because he had actually tried once. He told me later on, he actually went out on a date and got to see this lady a couple times, and we tried to have sex, and I started foaming with a condom, and I lost the erection, and I pretended I was too drunk, and I never called her again. Well, this guy really lost out on a wonderful opportunity, and he was in a panic. So for him, we had him practice masturbating, using a condom, using the medication, increased his confidence, gradually got him back dating again. And then when he settled into a relationship and felt comfortable, we started weaning him from the medication by cutting the pill in half and then in quarters, and then he took this little bit with him, and then one time she initiated sex, he didn't have the pill with him, it all went fine, and after that he stopped using it. And then I reduced the frequency of the sessions and weaned him from seeing me as well. So that basically we restored his confidence, let him get some practice, reestablish a relationship, took him off the medication, and then took away the therapy.